Hello everyone, good evening. Let us continue with limits today, beta. So we had started with the topic of limits, and if you have a look through it, you will notice that we have already done the definition of limits. Today, what I want to do is beta limit of combination. ठीक है जी? So what is a combination? A combination is when you go ahead and you have two functions coming together. Just for example, if supposedly let's say that I have a function fx is equal to x plus 1. And let's say beta, I have another function gx is equal to x square minus 1. So if I have two functions fx and gx together, then how do I work through it? How do I bring about the concept of limits? This is what we want to go ahead and learn in this lecture. Is this clear? Acha. So let's have a look through it. Now, what you can go ahead and do is you can study the properties of limits here. So let's say that the first thing I want to go about doing here is this. So fx goes to limit x tends to a, and gx also goes to limit x tends to a. Now if I have this, suppose I have this function here, beta, fx plus gx, and I want it to tend to limit x tends to a, then I can just have limit x tends to a fx plus limit x tends to a gx. That means I can solve them individually and find their limit. ये चीज हम कर सकते हैं. इनको अलग अलग solve करो, भी examples देखेंगे and then find their limit. Similarly, beta, if you have a constant with the function, just for example, if I have limit x tends to a c into fx, then that constant can come out of the function and you can have something like this also. C can come out of the function and you can have limit fx x tends to a. ये भी कर सकते हैं. So this is the next thing beta. ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका. ये एक साथ हमने दो फंक्शन लिए थे, हम फंक्शंस को स्प्लिट कर रहे हैं. पहले fx का निकाल रहे हैं प्लस माइनस gx का निकाल रहे हैं. Similarly, the same thing can apply to product also. तो अगर fx into gx है, जैसे for example, if someone tells you that fx is x square plus 1, gx is x square, and limit x tends to a, x square plus 1 into x square है beta. So what you can do is you can segregate limit x tends to a, x square plus 1 into limit x tends to a, x square. You can segregate the functions. This is what you can go about and do. तो ऐसा भी कर सकते हो. This can also be done. So that's the third thing that we are talking about. Then the fourth thing beta is in terms of the quotient. Quotient में भी same कर सकते हो. The only thing is that, so take an example, जैसे limit x tends to 2. अगर मेरा function fx दिया हुआ है, let's say x square plus 4 and gx दिया हुआ है x square, तो मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ? I can just split. I can take the numerator separately and limit x tends to a, I can take the denominator separately. I am going a little fast because I have to cover more and more of revision for you. ठीक है जी? So I can go ahead and I can take this that, okay, x square plus 4 को अलग, numerator को just take it differently and denominator take it differently. But suppose ये जो limit x tends to 0 होता, then I can't do this beta. Why? Because then the denominator will become 0. Then I cannot do this. So the only condition that I have here is that limit gx x tends to a should not be equal to 0. Only then I will go ahead and solve for it. I see the next rule that you have beta is this. So supposedly I tell you that I want to find limit x tends to 2, x square plus 5 to the power 10. This is equal to limit x tends to 2, x square plus 5 whole to the power 10. So limit can go inside and then power can be raised later, जैसे यहाँ पर हो रहा है. So limit has gone inside. Just take this case. Just take this case. Limit has gone inside and then it is raised to the power. Limit has gone inside and then it is raised to the power. So this is also possible. Okay. तो बेटा एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं जरा. Evaluate the limit fx is given as x plus 1, gx is given as x square minus 1. Find fx plus gx. बस कुछ नहीं करना, fx को अलग कर दो, gx को अलग कर दो. So if I evaluate, suppose fx is given as x plus 1, gx is given as x square minus 4. So what does the rule say? The rule says that you can go ahead and split, right? So let us just go ahead and split beta. So limit x tends to 1, fx हो गया limit x tends to 1, x plus 1 ये हो गया 2. Limit x tends to 1, gx is equal to limit x tends to 1, x square minus 4 is equal to 1 minus 4, which is equal to minus 3. Now just add the two. fx में हो गया हमारे पास 2, gx में हो गया minus 3. So if I add limit x tends to 1, fx plus gx, एक बारी कर लो चलो जल्दी से, plus limit x tends to 1, gx, this will be 2 plus minus 3 minus 1. Yes हो गया बेटा, this is going to give you minus 1. अच्छा, अगर suppose I would have done it together, I am giving you together, right? Then just go ahead and do it together. मतलब जैसे for example, अगर हम fx plus gx को एक साथ पहले एक function बना देते, just try that बेटा. Suppose fx would have been x plus 1, gx is given as x square minus 4. तो बेटा fx plus gx क्या होगा? fx plus gx हो जाएगा x plus 1 plus x square minus 4. ये हो जाएगा x square plus x minus 3. ये एक न्यू फंक्शन बन गया. This is a new function. This is a new function. This function is fx plus gx. ठीक है जी. इसकी डायरेक्ट लिमिट निकालना एक बार जरा. Limit x tends to 1, x square plus x minus 3. So 1 plus 1 minus 3, 2 minus 3 minus 1. तो बेटा जब हम fx plus gx करते हैं, when we do fx plus gx, and वो fx plus gx करने के बाद हम end में लिमिट लगाते हैं, या और we go ahead and first do for fx separately, gx separately, and then we add, we get the same answer. So we have proved beta that the two are equal. We have proved that limit x tends to a, fx plus gx, this is equal to limit x tends to a, fx plus limit x tends to a, gx. ठीक है बेटा, I am giving you 1 minute. Just do the same thing with fx minus gx. This is a practice question. तो fx ये दिया हुआ है, gx ये है. Find limit x tends to 1, fx minus gx. I am giving you 1 minute. Just solve this, post your answer, and then let's see what your answer is. Okay, but I hope all of you have been able to find what will be fx minus gx. Post your answers in the chat window. Let's see what your answer is coming. Okay. अच्छा बेटा, अब बात करेंगे हम लिमिट ऑफ कॉम्पोजिट्स की. कॉम्पोजिट फंक्शन क्या होता है? व्हाट इज अ कॉम्पोजिट फंक्शन? बेटा ऑल दीज फंक्शंस दैट वी हैव, fog, gof, these are composite functions. F of g of x or g of f of x, these are all composite functions that we have. Simple, right? So let's have the rule for these composite functions. बहुत simple rule है. The rule is, if you go ahead and you have to find limit, जैसे एक question लेके देख लेते हैं. Let's say that I need to go ahead and I need to find limit f of g of x for as x tends to 1, and we are given that fx is x plus 1 and gx is x square minus 1. ठीक है जी? I need to find fog, right? So how do I go about doing this? So let's have a look here. So beta fog is nothing but f of g of x. That means beta gx is imposed inside fx. So ये जो gx की value है इसको f के अंदर डालना है. So this is going to be, instead of x मैं g की value लिखूंगी. So it is going to be x square minus 4 instead of x plus 1. Is this clear? Instead of x I have posted this x square minus 4. So beta this is going to be x square minus 3. Now I will impose the limit. Limit x tends to minus 1, x square minus 3. So this is beta going to be minus 1 whole square minus 3, 1 minus 3 minus 2. Is this clear? This is how we can go ahead and find the limit. Go off, I'm leaving it up to you. We will not do this in class. You will do it on your own. तो बेटा जब हम go off की बात करते हैं, मतलब fx has to be plugged inside gx. तो जहां पे g का x है, उसकी जगह पर you have to impose the entire function fx. So how will you go about doing that, beta? Let's have a look quickly. I am leaving it up to you to solve. Instead of x, put this thing, x plus 1 whole square minus 4, and just put limit x tends to minus 1 and get the answer. Is this clear? So this is your limit of the composite function. This is limit of the composite function. Now I am coming to an important rule, and the property of the limit of composite function is that limit fx gx is equal to f limit gx. Matlab I can take the limit first of the composite function and then put that value inside the function. This is an important rule. Only if f is continuous. Let's have a look बेटा. वापस इसी क्वेश्चन पे आ जाते हैं जरा. Where is the question? This is my question. So we have seen that the answer that we were getting were -2. ठीक है जी? अब देखो. I am to find limit x tends to -1 f of g of x. मतलब gx has to be imposed inside f. So I'm saying instead of doing this, you keep the function as it is and you put limit x tends to -1 x square minus 4. I'm saying this is equal to, you keep the function as it is and first put the limit. So -1 whole square minus 4. F of 1 minus 4. F of 3. Now this says instead of x, इस function में 3 put करना है. Instead of x, you have to put 3 inside this function. करके देख लेते हैं. So I will get f of 3 will be 3 plus, sorry, -3. -3 plus 1 minus 2. Same answer that I was getting earlier. So this is a very important rule, bacha, that you have to remember, that f of g of x, x tends to a, is equal to, first you impose the limit on gx and then put that value inside the function. You will get the same answer. I hope this is making sense to you. Okay. So this is done, same thing. Okay. So this is about what I wanted to discuss today. We wanted to discuss the composite functions today and some rules. Now, beta, there are multiple discontinuities that may arise. So I'm going to take these discontinuities, point discontinuities, whether they are removable or not, in the coming classes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, beta.